Have you been considering a move to Santa Rosa, California, and maybe you're not quite sure what neighborhood you want to start exploring? This video is just for you. Today we're going to be giving you a full tour of downtown Santa Rosa and the top 3 surrounding neighborhoods. Stay tuned. What's up, guys? My name is Danny. I'm Cronin. I'm a real estate agent right here in Santa Rosa. If this is your very first time to my channel, please do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button. I drop a video once a week, every single week, all having to do with living in Sonoma County. And of course, if you guys have any real estate related questions, I am a full-time real estate agent. All my contact information is down below. Without further ado, let's get right into today's video. Okay, hello everybody. I'm basically giving you a speed walking tour of downtown Santa Rosa right here. I really wanted to include this footage in this video because I do think it's important to kind of give you guys like boots on the ground. You know, this is what downtown Santa Rosa looks like. So B Street all the way down is basically where downtown starts. You have all of your restaurants, you have bookstores, a giant bookstore on the left side of the street there. Tons of great restaurants. I just walked by a bunch of them, but there used to be there's a really good Mexican restaurant in there that used to be El Palomar. It's since changed hands, one of our go-to spots. Beer Baron is on the other side of the street here, one of our other go-to spots. There used to be Mary's Pizza. It's actually pretty sad. That place got taken out due to the pandemic, as many of these businesses have. And that was actually the very first place I took my wife out on a date. So kind of special there, but bummer to see it go. Over here, we just crossed over the street on the right-hand side. One of the greatest places to go to on a Friday night. It's called Rosa. Beautiful restaurant, great food, outdoor eating space. We're crossing over the street here. This is kind of the downtown square. This is where they have all of the events. They got new art right in the middle here. This road actually used to go all the way through, but they divided it, and they have this beautiful like green area now where they host all of their events. Wednesday night market is over there during the week. It's like a farmer's market. Super, super cool. Here's just another spot. I stopped because I saw golf balls recently. I've gotten into golf. It's hasn't been good. Very expensive sport. On the right here is our giant bookstore. This building has been here from the very, 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 very early days of Santa Rosa. Incredible to see it still here. And that pretty much wraps up the downtown tour. Now let's go to our very first neighborhood, one of 3, which is my favorite, the JC neighborhood. So the main reason I love the east side of Santa Rosa is because of this reason right here. You're close to downtown, and all of the neighborhoods we're going to be talking about today, of the 3, they're all like a 5 to 8 minute drive, depending on, you know, if you're trying to abide by the laws or not. But like realistically, JC neighborhood, McDonald neighborhood, you should be able to get to downtown in 6 minutes tops, like absolute tops. Proctor Terrace, same thing. All 3 of them, it's like they're so close to downtown. And not only downtown, like that's not the whole selling point of the neighborhoods we're talking about today. It's because you're close to all of the other different activities. You're close to the Epic Center. If you have kids, you absolutely need to check out the Epic Center. You're close to Highway 101 if you need to go north or south for work. Highway 12, that goes east and west if you want to go out to Oakmont, the senior living community, or if you want to take a weekend in Napa or Kenwood or Glen Ellen. Any of these places, if you live on the east side of town, you can be there extremely fast. Also, we have Bodega Bay, which is, you know, around a 40-minute drive just outside of Sebastopol. So living on the east side of Santa Rosa, you have all of these amenities, and you have the location to be close to all of these different things. All of our major highways, all of our major freeways, downtown, Snoopy's Home Ice, Ice Arena, Epic Center, and tons of great food spots. I didn't really touch on it when we were doing the downtown tour, but one of our favorite restaurants is the new Mexican restaurant. It used to be El Palomar. I forget the new name now. Really, really good. La Rosa, that place is excellent. If you're looking to just go out,
kind of let loose. If you're not really in the mood for like authentic like taqueria Mexican food, but their enchiladas are off the hook, margaritas are incredible. Then you have Beer Baron right there. That's, you know, one of the nicest restaurants that we have in Santa Rosa, especially downtown. I would definitely rank that, you know, way high up there in terms of like good food, good drinks, fun atmosphere. And then you're in downtown, you can go take a walk downtown, you can go hang out at the square, you can really do whatever you want to do. But we're just pulling up now to the JC neighborhood. So let's hop out and let's give you guys a tour and let you know what the JC neighborhood offers. All right, so we just got to the JC neighborhood. We just arrived at Franklin Park, which is a huge selling point to this neighborhood. Franklin Park is great. If you have young kids, if you just want to do fun things around here, they got a baseball field right behind me here, huge grass area. Kids can have so much fun here. My wife and I, this is like the very first park we took our son to, so it holds a special place in my heart. But here, obviously a short drive to downtown Santa Rosa. You got Canavari's Italian cuisine, which is, I cannot believe we have such a good restaurant right here in Santa Rosa. That place is incredible. It's won so many different awards. So if you're an Italian food enthusiast like I am, then you absolutely have to check that place out. Franklin Park. Some of the big selling points for me of the JC neighborhood, not only is it location, and you're gonna hear me talk even more about how great this location is, but it's just all of the fun things around. Downtown, you got the movie theater right there. You got parks like this. You have Franklin Park, Humboldt Park, and it's all within like a walking distance. Like it's so close to the JC neighborhood, depending on whatever street you live on. If it's Humboldt Street, it really doesn't matter. You're so close to so many great things. You also have Santa Rosa High School right next to Santa Rosa Junior College. I went to both schools, both incredible, had so many great times there. Went to the JC basically just to play hockey and kind of prolong not working, but you know, that's neither here nor there, but both great schools. So right where I am right now, we got the SRJC, we got Santa Rosa High School. Right across the street, we have car wash that's brand new. Used to be a Brotherhood board shop when I was in school. Nail spot, hair spot, sandwich spot, Dutch Bros coffee, Mickey D's, a place to buy guitars. I mean, it's all right here in the JC neighborhood. Well, obviously, if you're thinking about moving to the east side of Santa Rosa, the neighborhoods we're talking about today, they all vary dramatically in price. The JC neighborhood, probably the most affordable of the three. And here typically you can expect to spend anywhere from $600,000 to $800,000. Obviously those numbers can go up and they can go down depending on the condition of the home. But I always give the great example of the neighborhood and what's here, simply because I think that's always going to cause demand for this neighborhood. So it's a neighborhood I always recommend to first-time home buyers if you're looking to just get in, get your feet wet, you know, maybe settle a little bit, not buy the dream house, but an opportunity for you to build a tremendous amount of equity due to the demand in this area. JC neighborhood, hands down, probably is one of the best when it comes to investments. I always give the example of my wife and I. She had a house here before we even met. She bought it around $400,000, owned it for about 4 years. We ended up turning around and selling that house for $605,000, and it sold extremely, extremely fast. And it had multiple offers. I think it sold in like 8 days or something. I think we did an offer due date on that one and it sold super quick. Anyways, regardless, and then the style homes you can typically see here, they are a little older because this is one of, you know, Santa Rosa's oldest neighborhoods in the historic JC neighborhood. A lot of them you're gonna see are like 3-bed, 1-bath homes, but typically they're on bigger lots just because that's how they built them back in the day. So you're not gonna find like the traditional, you know, housing tract home where they're all stacked on top of one another. They all are relatively small. You can still find some 2,000 and up square feet, just kind of depending on where you're at in the JC neighborhood, but typically they are on the smaller side. I think ours was like 1,100 square feet. It was a 3-bed, 1-bath home, but it was on a giant lot. We had a corner lot and it was huge. My wife hated doing all of the maintenance on that lot. And then I moved in and, you know, I had to do all of it. So, but typically you're gonna find smaller houses on bigger lots, depending on where you're at. If you go down Humboldt Street a little bit towards the end, You'll find like older Victorian style homes. Obviously those are giant, like 8 bedrooms and up, 2,000 and up square footage. But that's typically the house you're gonna find in the JC neighborhood. All right, so we just pulled into the McDonald neighborhood, and I'm just telling you, pulling into this place, it just makes you feel some type of way. It's the most historic neighborhood in all of Sonoma County. These homes here are just gorgeous. They just do not build homes like they did back in the day. I mean, you can expect to find just beautiful Victorian homes, some traditional, some craftsmen. I mean, look at the columns on this place. Look at that. Tell me you'll find that anywhere else in some of the new housing developments in Santa Rosa. I mean, it's just, this place is incredible. I don't know what else to say about it. But this is the famous McDonald Avenue. Mark McDonald traveled here in the early 1800s from Kentucky. He was a civil engineer, made a lot of his money building roadways, found business opportunities in Santa Rosa, so came here and he bought 160 acres, of which back in the day he called the McDonald Addition. Had all of these homes built here. His main house was the McDonald Mansion, which I will show you here in a moment. It is absolutely stunning. Stunning. Definitely the #1 house in the neighborhood by far. But this place is just amazing. Some of the things to know about this neighborhood: Alfred Hitchcock actually filmed quite a few movies on McDonald Avenue. Some of the most famous ones, Pollyanna and Scream. One of the Scream movies, there was actually a scene at one of the houses here on one of the big wraparound balconies. So it's definitely historic, it's definitely famous. And Halloween here is incredible. I highly suggest if you do move here or around in this area, you have to come, especially if you have kids. It is a straight up party here. Every single house gives out candy. A lot of the houses have like themes, like the McDonald Mansion. Last year was like a zoo theme, and they go all out. I mean, we're talking like animated giraffes walking around. They had tigers. They had like people riding elephants. Like, I mean, I'm not kidding. This place goes off during Halloween. One of my favorite stories is walking down. My son has like a mouthful of chocolate. We pull up to this house. There's a bunch of fine older women, you know, having the time of their lives. They're making drinks, they're talking, they're giving out full-size candy bars to all of the kids. And there's like hundreds of people in the street. So if you're looking for a good time, if you're like, Halloween's been kind of lame the last couple of years, if you're looking to spice it up, look no further than McDonald Avenue. Talking price points here, McDonald District, a lot different than the JC neighborhood we just talked about. You will not find a home here under $1 million, and that's even if they come up for sale. A lot of these people have lived here for a very, very, very long time. And obviously, who would blame them for not wanting to sell? This place is incredible. But typically you'll find homes $1 million and up. And again, that's if you even find them for sale. You know, there's the McDonald neighborhood. It's not just McDonald Avenue. There's some of the other streets, St. Helena being one of the more popular ones. So sometimes those homes kind of come up for sale, but again, not very often. And when they do, it comes at a huge price point. Again, $1 million and up. That's probably being a little conservative. Probably, you know, they're around that like $1.5 million mark just to start. But a little bit of the history, some of the movies here that were shot here. I didn't mention Shadow of a Doubt was actually filmed here also. So just an incredible neighborhood, an incredible place to be. Local places to go and eat at if you live in and around the McDonald district: Chilenos, Super Burger, Johnny's Donuts, just to name a few. Those are some of the like hidden gems here in the McDonald district, and they absolutely do not disappoint. But all the other neighborhoods that we're covering today, also not a very far drive. All right, so we just arrived in the Proctor Terrace neighborhood, which is literally just on the other side of the street from McDonald, super close. Went to Pacific Market, tons of great little shops in there. That place is amazing. They sell all like local organic food, vegetables. They got a little pizza shop in there, a yoga studio, and tons of other things. So super, super nice to be close by to that. Even though we're so close to McDonald District, the homes here do differ pretty substantially in terms of price points here and style. Price points, you can get into this neighborhood around 8 to 900,000 and just going up from there. But the style homes you see here are definitely different. You'll see a lot of like single level, bigger houses, 2,000 square feet and up. A lot of the homeowners here have pools, which is incredible, especially on today because it's overcasty, but it's still pretty hot. I was lucky enough to hang out here quite a bit when I was in high school. I had a couple friends that lived right on Cronin Avenue, which is kind of the main roadway here. Such a fun neighborhood. All of the neighbors seem super, super nice. They have little libraries, free libraries all around the neighborhood. You know, you give a book, you take a book, you return it, you do the same thing. So super cool to have that kind of nostalgia in a neighborhood like this. It's incredible. But this neighborhood is really known for like being pretty flat. It's called the Grace Track. So a lot of like bigger spread out homes. Again, a lot, kind of the same feeling as a McDonald district because this is a historic neighborhood. But the houses do differ quite a bit. Again, single level, bigger, 2,000 square feet and up. Price points change. And that is pretty much gonna wrap up this week's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that subscribe button and do me an even bigger favor. Give this video a big thumbs up. It only takes you 2 seconds and it really helps me spread the word about my channel and letting other people know about beautiful Santa Rosa and Sonoma County. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and the little bell so you're notified next time I drop a video. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.